This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Headed to Costco as usual, but it's 12:17 p.m. Why so late? Yeah, I spent the morning making a video review. Yeah, we had a new bike came in. I mentioned this before. So I did the review, and that should be coming out in about, well, who knows? By the time you see this video, it'll probably already be out. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you guys, as I said. Yeah, but basically, it's about a week from when I finish recording it. So maybe it'll be out about the same time you see this video. We'll see. I've been putting a lot of videos out almost every day. I don't know if I can keep up that pace, but I think these type of videos where we're just in the car, we can do that because it's pretty easy. I just, turn the camera on and talk to you guys. E-bike videos, yeah, it takes a little longer, a little more effort to do. Gotta take the bike out and all that stuff. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about something that had been brought up in the Russ's Right channel in the past, but recently got brought up this time on this channel. And no shame from people using this term, but I wanted to clear up the term acoustic e-bike, right? Or acoustic bike, I should say. Yeah, there's no such thing as an acoustic bike. All right, so let me tell you why that is. I think the term came about because there's electric guitars and non-electric guitars. So they figured non-electric guitars are called acoustic guitars. So since you have an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar, then you must have an electric bike and an acoustic bike. That's not true. Think of what the word acoustic means. Acoustic has to do with audio stuff, right? Like an acoustic engineer or something. The acoustics in this concert hall sounds really good. Get my idea of the word? It means sound. Yeah, things that are related to sound. So why is it called an acoustic guitar? That's strictly because it creates sound without amplification. So they just say acoustically it creates its own sound, right? Whereas an electric guitar, you have to plug it into an amplifier to hear it properly. So you can't really use the term acoustic as it applies to bicycles. Yeah, because that would make absolutely no sense. It's a good sounding bicycle. that would make any sense. So I prefer the term non-electric e-bike. Or I don't even know what an acceptable term is, because we always called bikes, right? Bikes are something with two wheels, bikes, right? Trikes are with three wheels. So I just call them non-electric bicycles. You can't call them standard bicycles. I guess technically you could. I don't know what else we call it. To me, the best term is non-electric bicycle. Let me know what you think. What do you call it? Don't tell me it's an acoustic bike. How do I know so much about the term acoustics? Well, I am a forensic audio expert in court. Remember that? So the courts recognize me as an expert in the field. I can't call it that. It just won't happen for me. So yeah, no shame to the person who said it. I mean, because really everybody says it. That's the thing. Everybody calls it that. I don't want it to catch on. I really don't, because it's improper use of terms. It's almost the thing like we were talking about with the word I. Johnny and I went to the ball game. Right? This is really good for Johnny and I. That's not right. This is really good for Johnny and me, because if you take Johnny out of it, it's really good for me. You would never say it's really good for I, right? Yeah. So anyway, little pet peeves. There you go. Yeah, that came in recently, so I figured I had to address it. But thank you for your comment. All right. So anyways, what else is going on? Well, we had a get together at our home for our small group from church. Yeah, I smoked up a bunch of ribs. Didn't come out as good as I had hoped. I think it was in the smoker too long. Yeah, it was a little more dried out than I prefer. I mean, it was tender and all, but it was a little dried out. Hate that. I hate that when you do it and it's with people who come to have it. If it was just for me, I wouldn't feel so bad about it. But when you're serving it to someone else, you're kind of like, oh man. Now, I could have saved it. I could have saved it if I slathered on a whole bunch of barbecue sauce, or my special sauce that I put on there. We call it Jim's sauce because my friend Jim came up with the recipe. I could have slathered more of that on, but the thing is by doing that, it just adds more calories and adds more sugar content as well, because a lot of the barbecue type sauces or any type of sauce you put usually has sugar in it, and I really shouldn't be having that much. So how did it affect me? Let me tell you. For all the things that I ate during that time, this was Saturday that we had this get together, and we had everything. We had like potato salad and what else was brought? People brought some. Oh, we had some really good Brussels sprouts. Yeah. Now, but people would think Brussels sprouts. No, it was done really well. It had bacon in it and everything. I mean, it was actually done very well. So we had a bunch of different things. So did it spike it all up? Yeah, it went up. It went up a little bit. Even today, as I checked it again, today's Monday as I'm recording this, and eating some of the leftovers and whatever's left over. This morning, I measured in at 130. I think after the event, I measured in at about 160. Now, typically, you want to be between 79 and 99 in that range. And so my numbers are higher, and that's simply because of the things I ate, this past weekend. It'll drop again, but still, you can't keep doing that all the time, right? Because your A1C number is a reflection of 3 months of effort, and so every time you keep doing stuff like that, it messes with that number because it raises that average up. So, but still, people are coming over, you got to do it, and this is the stuff that usually gets you is, like I said, relatives came in. We were doing reviews of buffets. Remember that? Things happen, and that's what pushes things up, right? I'll be going out with one of the guys from church on Thursday, in fact, for an early breakfast meeting to get to know each other a little bit better. So I mean, everything just adds up. I mean, there's no way around it. If you want to be social with people, a lot of times that involves food along with it, and so that does affect your numbers. Whatever. I say this as I go off to go get a slice of pizza. Yeah, it's craziness. What are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? So yeah, I'm a little tired out this morning. I got up early, and then I did the review, of course, and I had to get out early because it's going to get up to about 87, 88 degrees today, something like that. Yeah, and the weather's all over the place, and then it's going to drop a little bit later on, but it'll be in the 70s at least for this coming week. So I should be able to get some bike rides in this week, which is good. I want to get ahead of the curve on that one too, because there are days that you can't go out. That's more critical to be ahead of the game than these videos in the car, because I could always get in the car. I can't always go out riding a bike. That's the thing. So, but the review had to be done because the release date for the bike will be next week, as I'm recording this. So it's a week from this particular recording we're doing now. So I had to get it done, and I've had it for, I don't know, what is it, a week or two already since that point. So the review had to be done to get it ready, and I did it. So you know, to do these reviews, it's not just showing you the bike, talking about the features, and then riding it. I also do a riding test with the 360 camera. Somebody asked me about the 360 camera because when we were talking about cameras, I didn't include the Insta360 camera. They have an action type camera too, besides the 360-degree camera, right? I didn't include it in there. Yeah, that's true. You could use that one too if you wanted to. I don't have any experience with it, but I do have the 360 camera that does 360 degrees. And I use that to do videos of myself as I'm riding, so you can actually see me pedaling the bike, right? A lot of us use that. A lot of the YouTubers use that because we're recording ourselves. We use what they call the invisible selfie stick. Yeah, you don't actually see the selfie stick. You'll see the shadow of the selfie stick because the sun hitting it, right? But you actually don't see the selfie stick because it doesn't record that one section, that long section. That never gets recorded on the camera, so you never actually see it. So it's actually kind of surprising when people see it. They go, "Who's recording this guy?" I mean, if I shot it during a time when there was no hard sun, and it was just like cloudy, you'd never even see the shadow. You would have no idea who's recording this. And like, somebody's recording this guy, but no, we're recording it ourselves on a selfie stick. You just don't see the selfie stick. So, fun stuff. That just adds to the cost of becoming a YouTuber. But I think that viewpoint is an important viewpoint to see when you're looking at a bike review. So that's why I bought the camera. I don't use it for anything else because that camera requires decoding, so to speak, decoding and editing with its own software, and then I had to take that edited type footage and put it into my actual review footage. So it's extra work. So, but for short runs, you know, like what I do for my e-bike reviews, perfectly fine for that. That's what I use it for. All right, I'm here. I got to get some gas. Then I'm going to go in and get some pizza. Hey, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.